Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever thought to yourself, do boycotts work? Does abandoning a brand completely who hates you works? Will they ever actually feel the downfall of their actions? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that this is indeed the case. We have news coming out recently, breaking news, that Bud Light has officially been dethroned as the top-selling beer brand in the United States after the boycott. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause for everything you have done and continue to do, because Anheuser-Busch has just lost their top spot with Bud Light in the United States. So let's get into this article, guys. But of course, before we do, just consider giving this video a like so you can push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing because we're trying to get to 30,000 before the end of the month. And if we do, our good friend Ryan Roger Athay has said that he will in fact shave his beard, his idea, on Saturday Night Hypnosis if we can hit 30K before the end of the month. Now let's get into this article, guys. So it says Modelo Especial is now the #1 beer in America. Its United States distributor has said after sales data showed it outsold longtime industry leader Bud Light in the recent weeks. Modelo Especial store sales topped 333 million in the 4 weeks ending May 28th, a 15.6% rise on the same period last year, compared with Bud Light's 297 million, a 22.8% fall, according to Circana and IRI data figures obtained by Newsweek via Constellation Brands, the Mexican beer's U.S. distributor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely huge. This right here showcases that everything that the mainstream media has been saying about what you would call the boycott, right? Because they want to call it the boycott when in fact it's simply just a movement. It is a thing that people have decided they are no longer going to stand for. They have decided that they are going to change brands permanently. They're not boycotting Bud Light in the hopes to return to Bud Light. They have decided that they no longer want to support Bud Light from now and into the future. We can see this now. Modelo Especial made 333 million, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, that's $36 million more than what Bud Light made in the same period. Not only that, they are up 15.6%. That is almost 16%, while Bud Light is down almost 23%. People have left Bud Light. They've gone to their competitors. This is what we've been saying time and time again. It's time for you to just go to the competitors. There's plenty of them to choose from. There's no reason for people to stick around with Bud Light. It says separate Nielsen IQ data sales obtained by Newsweek via industry consultancy firm Bumps Williams Consulting showed Modelo Special sales were about 341.9 million in the week ending May 27th, compared with Bud Light sales of about 298.6 million. It's even worse on Nielsen's IQ sales data. Like, Bud Light seriously is just getting absolutely destroyed. Bill Newlands, the chief executive officer of Constellation, said the 4-week jump had happened quicker than we had anticipated. And, well, that's because we keep talking about it. We keep talking about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we don't stop talking about it. This is why we keep pushing the conversation, because they want us to stop. They want the conversation to end. These woke corporations do not want you to keep talking about this, because the more you keep talking about it, the more that they're going to have to hear about it, the more that their PR team is going to have to work overtime to try to make themselves look better to the normies. This is why we keep talking about it. I will never stop talking about these woke corporations, never stop talking about these woke entertainment industries. I'm never stop talking about any of this stuff because, again, they want you to stop. They're relentless, so we need to be relentless. It says, we thought that this will take a little longer, he added. We've been very fortunate that that's gone a little quicker than we had anticipated, but what a great position to be in on the beer side. Anheuser-Busch, the makers of Bud Light, have been approached for a comment, but I highly doubt they're ever going to give one. Longer-term trends show Bud Light remains the top-selling beer brand in America this year so far, according to Nielsen IQ. Well, that's because, guys, the boycott only just recently started. It's only been about 2 months. You know, you're talking about 12 months in a year, and it's only been 2 months. You got 10 months of no boycott. Of course, it's going to look like Bud Light is going to be #1. But I guarantee you, over the course of the next year or so, Bud Light is going to fall from #1, and it will continue to do so until maybe even gets to #3 for all we know. But people just don't want to support this company anymore. It says its data showed Bud Light sales value represented 9.1% of the total market in 2023, compared to Modelo Especial's 8%, representing a gap of several hundred millions of dollars. AB InBev, the brewer's parent company, has owned the bulk of Modelo Special's makers, Grupo Modelo, since 2013. However, to seal the deal, U.S. regulators forced AB InBev to sell Modelo's U.S. business to Constellation Brands in a bid to preserve competition in the American beer market. Bud Light sales have been down for several weeks amid conservatives, not conservatives, regular people, calling for a boycott of the brand for collaborating with transgender grifter Dylan Mulvaney, who posted an Instagram video on April April 1st and said Bud Light had sent him a can with his face on it. The latest industry figures obtained by Newsweek via Bumps Williams Consulting showed Bud Light suffered a near 24% drop in sales value and a near 28% tumble in volume year over year in the week ending May 27th. The decline was overall much less steep than the one reported by the company in the previous week, when according to BWC, it lost about 25.7% in sales and nearly 30% in volume. So yes, there was an uptick compared to the previous week, but that could just be simply there is just a massive amount of beer buying going on right now. It was Memorial Day, right? Memorial Day weekend. Obviously, the holiday kicks off summer. People are looking to buy beer, so of course, it's going to be an increase in sales overall. But the fact that you are still down by a near 28%, even during the busiest times of the year, showcases exactly where you are, Bud Light, exactly where Anheuser-Busch is in the market. Modelo Special is crushing you right now. They are crushing you, and you think it's going to stop? It's not going to stop, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many brands out there that are way better than Bud Light, and all this did was allow people to experiment and realize that exact truth. So listen, they're not going to realize any sort of an uptick that's going to be meaningful, and I know they've been begging people to buy their stock back. I made a video on that. You guys already saw it, hopefully. They've been begging people to buy their stock back. They've been trying to hire analysts to tell people, oh, it's going to go back to its normal value of $72 a share very soon. So buy it now while it's cheap, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man. Like, seriously, who do you think you're talking to? These people really think people are stupid. It says former Anheuser executive Anson Frericks last month suggested that the weekly release of Bud Light sales data by trade publications was encouraging those calling for a boycott of the beer. Good. It should. It should encourage it. It should encourage it, and it should continue. I know you want to play the sympathy card that, you guys are hurting. You guys are hurting the business by doing this. Come on, let's just be friends again. Nah, bro. Nah. In an op-ed for Fox News, Frericks said boycotters were witnessing their success in real time and that his former employer cannot force the media storm to die down by starving it of data. In response to the latest 4-week figures, Constellation's Vice President Maggie Bowman told Newsweek via an email on Tuesday that Modelo had consistent and accelerated growth since her company acquired the rights in 2013. She said Modelo Especial was the second fastest growing beer brand in 2022, citing Circana IRI data, praising Runaway for growth thanks in part to increased distribution, when really it's just due to the fact that people probably chose that beer brand over Bud Light. So I'm so happy to see the absolute destruction that Bud Light is experiencing right now. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video also feel the same way, and I cannot wait to continue reporting on the downfall of these corporations as we continue through the chaos known as Pride Month. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.